Have you ever felt the gaze of your dog as you close the door to leave, like a silent question? Will you come back? Every time you step out, even just for a few hours, there's that lingering feeling, will it be okay? Is it sad? Have I done enough? But there's one truth that many pet owners don't realize. We often unintentionally make our dogs feel worse, simply because of a few habits that seem loving. Have you ever come home to a mess caused by your dog, trash scattered everywhere, a shredded cushion, puddles of pee, and you burst out, "Oh my God. Why would you do this?" Sound familiar? You're not alone. But what pains me the most is this: that angry reaction is hurting the very heart you're trying to protect. Dogs don't act out of mischief or revenge, they panic. It's a silent cry for help. The fear of being left alone drives them to act out of control. And when you walk in, punishing them, raising your voice, you're unintentionally reinforcing their worst fear. Every time my owner leaves and comes back, something bad happens. There's a quote I truly believe in: dogs don't remember what you scold them for. They remember how you made them feel. So what should you do? First, don't scold. Take a deep breath and clean up in silence. Then, increase positive interactions before you leave. And provide toys or items that make your dog feel happy and safe. I'll explain more on that later. Lastly, if destructive behavior happens often, you need to dig into the root cause. It could be stress, lack of exercise, or the need for gradual retraining. Each time you walk through the door, be a source of relief, not an emotional storm. Because to your dog, even a warm glance from you can heal a whole day of panic. But hold on, if you think scolding is the worst mistake, wait till you hear the second one: a behavior that seems like keeping quiet to keep the peace, but is slowly destroying your dog's trust. Have you ever heard that soft whimpering behind the door just after you've closed it? Maybe you paused, then forced yourself to walk away, because someone once told you, just let them cry, they'll get used to it. But to a dog, that crying isn't a habit, it's a plea for help. Many believe that ignoring the behavior will make dogs less dependent. But the truth is the opposite: the more they're ignored, the deeper they sink into insecurity, feeling isolated and hopeless. Imagine being locked in a dark room, not knowing what's happening, and no one responds to your cries. That's exactly what your dog experiences every time you ignore their whimpering. And I know, you're not a bad person. You're just following advice. That sounds right. But here's a better way. When your dog whines, go back for a moment, gently, quietly. Sometimes, a soft whisper like, "I'm still here," is all it takes. After a few repetitions, your dog will begin to learn. You always come back, and there's no need to panic. Consistency is key. Don't ignore, but also don't overcomfort. Stay calm and grounded, like the safe anchor your dog needs. Do you remember your first day of school? Having to be away from your parents for the whole day? For a child, that feeling is a storm in the heart: confusion, anxiety, not understanding what's happening. It's the same for dogs. When you suddenly disappear for hours without any warning, you're making them experience the feeling of being abandoned, without an explanation. Many people think the dog will get used to it. But the real question is, will they get used to it in fear, or in comfort? Imagine you're helping a child start preschool. You don't leave them there for the whole day right away. You bring them for a few minutes, then go home. The next day, a little longer. And each time you leave, you say, "Mommy will come back." It should be the same with your dog. Here's how you can start today. Use a consistent phrase every time you leave. Like, "Mommy's going for a bit. Back soon." Begin by leaving for just 30 seconds. Then return, calmly, like it's no big deal. Gradually extend the time: 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, until your dog no longer reacts anxiously. And most importantly, never make a dramatic scene when leaving. Stay calm, like it's just another part of the day. Trust cannot be forced, but it can be nurtured. Little by little, every day. When you teach your dog that, "My person always comes back," you're not just reducing their stress, you're planting deep, unwavering trust in their heart. But even if your training is going well, there's still one thing that can deeply hurt your dog. Something many people do unintentionally every morning: saying goodbye a little too emotionally. To your dog, you are their whole world. And if every time you leave feels like a tearful goodbye, they'll learn that being apart from you is something terrible. You may not even notice it, but Your trembling voice scares them. That tight hug might make them feel unsafe. The energy you give off is anxious, and dogs sense that more deeply than any other creature. I once heard a dog trainer say something truly powerful. What dogs need from you before you leave isn't tears. It's calm. So next time, try this. Move around the house like normal before you head to work. Stand up, put on your coat, your shoes, then say softly, "Be good, I'll be back soon." No hugs, no long goodbyes. Just a steady gaze and a gentle smile. That way, you're teaching your dog, leaving is normal. Nothing to worry about. And you'll be surprised to see that worried look slowly fade. Because they're no longer afraid of you leaving, they're starting to trust that you always come back. But don't celebrate too soon. Even if you've mastered a calm exit, one mistake can still leave your dog feeling lost afterward. Because they're left without a safe place to turn to. Did you have a secret spot when you were a kid? A little hideout under the table, inside the closet, or maybe just a cozy blanket where it felt like the whole world couldn't reach you? Dogs need that too. A place where no one bothers them. No noise, no harsh light, just a quiet space to breathe. But here's a common mistake. Many homes are spotless and bright, yet there's nowhere that truly belongs to the dog. And here's the truth. A dog without a territory of its own is more prone to stress, behavioral issues, and deep feelings of insecurity. But don't worry, you don't need to build a luxury spa. A proper, safe zone only needs 3 things. 1. Quiet. A tucked-away spot in the house, away from noise and foot traffic. 2. Familiarity. A worn blanket, their regular dog bed, or even a piece of your clothing that smells like you. 3. Respect. No one disturbs the dog when it's in that zone, not even you. You can use a crate, a corner of the room, or even set up a small fabric tent. Pro tip. Let your dog choose where it feels safe. Your job is just to make that spot cozy and comforting. Have you ever spent an entire day lying in bed, barely moving, only to feel restless and irritable for no clear reason? That's exactly what your dog goes through when you leave home without first helping them burn off their energy. Dogs are naturally energetic animals, no matter the breed or size. They need both physical and mental stimulation. And if that energy builds up with nowhere to go, it turns into destructive chewing, howling, digging, digestive issues, or even self-harm. One of the biggest mistakes people make is this: feeding the dog, then simply closing the door and leaving. But if you flip the routine, give your dog a walk, play a game, let them sniff around before you go, you'll see a difference immediately. Here's a stress release combo you can do in just 15 minutes each morning. 1. A 10-minute walk at a moderate pace. No need to go far. 2. Food search game. Hide a few treats around the room for them to sniff out. 3. Gentle touch. Some calm petting or light massage to relax their body. There's a saying I always share with dog owners. A tired dog is a happy dog. And in this case, tired means fulfilled, physically exercised, mentally engaged, and emotionally connected to you. Then you leave, calmly, quietly, and your dog will likely just want to curl up and nap. Have you ever seen a dog start barking the moment it hears the jingle of keys? Or trembling every time you grab your bag or put on your coat? That's not just coincidence, it's because they've learned to predict emotional pain from your daily habits. Dogs are masters of observation. Just one repeated action, putting on shoes, locking the door, grabbing the keys, and they know you're about to leave, and the anxiety begins. But here's what most people don't realize. You can use those same habits to create a sense of safety. The key is to establish a farewell ritual, short, familiar, and drama-free. Always say the same phrase when leaving. I'm going for a bit. Be back soon. Gently stroke their head, no long hugs. No drawn-out emotions. Then leave quickly and calmly. Repeat it often enough, and your dog will begin to internalize, oh, when they do this, they're just going to work, and they always come back. Just like how a child feels reassured hearing, "Good night. Mommy loves you," every bedtime. A simple ritual makes everything feel predictable, safe, and under control. And for dogs too. It's this gentle repetition and consistency that becomes their emotional anchor, stronger than any toy or treat. So now you've discovered that what seems like a small detail can actually have a deep impact on that little soul every time you walk out the door. From the way you step outside, to the sounds you leave behind, even an old shirt with your scent. These are all expressions of love that your dog understands more clearly than any words. And you know what? If you've made it this far, you're not just a dog lover. You're someone who's truly trying to understand, to change, to be better every single day. If this video touched on something you've worried about, if you want to understand your dog more deeply, their emotions, their behavior, every little sigh when you turn away, hit that subscribe button now, so every time a new video drops,